So today I'll be making a video about how to build your characters using information found online. So the first website I'm using is called the Genshin fandom website, which I've been using it frequently for my quest steps in the description. So other than providing all those steps, they also provide information like the resources you needed to level a character. So for here, I'll be using Arukino as an example since she's currently my main DPS that I'm using. So if you scroll all the way down here, you can see that the total cost to level her from level 1 to 90 is 420 mora, 46 world boss drops, elemental crystals in 1996, 168 local specialty, and the mod drops from the Fatui. Of course, all these will vary based on what characters you want to build. And if you scroll down for the talents, they have 3 different types of talents, which is for the normal attack, elemental skill, and elemental burst, but they uses all the same materials. So this is like the information if you want to max out one talent from level 1 to level 10. 1 million plus mora, then the same mob drops, but over here you need to have talent books, which you have to visit talent domains. Then the weekly boss drops and crowns, which you can get from events. Yeah, then there's like all the information about the skill and the weapon, the character event runtime. So in the second website, this is called game8.com. So previously I used this website and found it like the credibility drops a bit. So what game8 does is that it gives you information about like what kind of roles the character can play, and then there's like subjective tier list ranking. Like I don't know how she get S for exploration. Is it like for flying with the wings? Yeah, I previously followed their artifact guidelines, but then I found 2 other better websites for that. So this website just reduced into like what kind of character you like in terms of DPS, sub DPS, or support. But like there's one good point is that they provide like the animations for each of the skills. Like this is like for elemental skills and NA and stuff, and then there's the burst. Okay, so this website is called the Genshin Impact Helper. This is like a Google Docs document that's frequently updated. So over here you can like view whatever elements you want. So for the first character of Pyro, we have Ember, which is the archer. Then she can be played as a melt DPS or a support character. And then in here it will state like the weapons that are compatible for her, which is these. Like 5-star weapons obviously is from wishing. Then 4-star can be from wishing or crafting, and then 3 stars, stuff like that. And then the artifacts. Okay, so taking a leaf from here, this is like the artifact you want. So you have to search out for the domain name and the location. And then for the artifact stats, they are the main stats and substats. So for flower and feather, they have the fixed main stats, so you don't have to bother with it. Where for sense, you have to either focus on attack percent or elementary mastery. Then for goblet, you have to focus on pyro damage, and circlet is crit damage. First, for the substats are same for all the 5 pieces of the artifact stats. Crit damage, attack percent, elemental mastery, flat attack. Then the talent priority would be like normal attack and skill, so the first and second button except for the burst lah. Then there's like some tips over here. Yeah, so it's the same lah. It's quite good. And then for the last website is Keqingmains. So this website, they have like they also provide information about the artifact sets and the weapons, but it's in more graphic view. So example, we'll be looking at Kinich, a Dendro DPS. Then these are the weapons you can use. Artifact set, talent priority, main stats, substats, and the team combinations. Yeah, you can just, if you're not sure who to use for the teams, you can just scroll down here, and then there's like different types of teams you can use. Yeah, and so Then I'll be heading to my Excel sheet. So this is where I do all the information put into one simple Excel, so I don't have to keep like referring to the websites to know which one to grind. And this is also like a schedule for my grinding list. So on the first tab, I had the normal bosses here, the 46 pieces, because I aim to like level every character that I want to level 90. So like you can see, then this is like the progress rate. And then it helps if like there's characters that uses the same boss. Yeah, stuff like this. Then the second tab, I have the weekly bosses. So weekly bosses, there is a constraint. You only can do weekly bosses 3 times a week, and you only can do 3 different bosses. As of the recording right now in mid-November 2024. So you have to plan carefully like which 3 bosses to farm or grind. And then so for each boss, they will drop 3 different items. So for example, this Guardian boss, he'll drop Ever Amber, the Fern, and Primordial Green Bloom. So for example, Chlorine, she uses Ever Amber, but if you got the Fern, you have to use like the Dream Solvent, which you can get from doing the weekly bosses rewards lah, to convert it to Ever Amber. Yeah, stuff like that. There's so many to do. Then next is the talent calculator. So this I didn't have the time to do the formulas and stuff, so I just have to do manual calculations for this. So for example, like this is done in the weekly drops, right? So if you want to max out a talent, so you have to have 6 for each. So total you need to have 18 if you want to triple crown them. So this term is used when you level 10 all the NA attack, elemental skill, and ultimate. And for example, if you look at Zhongli, I'll be putting here at 388. So if I want to calculate the books I needed, so level 3 I'll be needing 3 brown books and 2 blue books, while level 8 for the other 2 skills, for the other 2 like elemental skill and burst, I needed 3 brown books, 9 blue books, and 6 golden books each. Then I have to like add them all up to calculate like the total number of brown, blue, and golden books I have to grind from this domain. Yeah, so one thing is that all those websites, they just tell you to prioritize which skill over which, but they didn't tell you the exact number. So it's up to subjective, and you have to source through forums. Or the basic guidelines is just like 666 for everyone. Or if like the NA is not really useful at constellation 0, then you just keep it to level 1 for now. Yeah. And then next will be the character roster that I'm planning to have. So I just separated them based on elements and the roles they play, like DPS, sub DPS, healer, shield. And I think the IDK should be support lah, which like healer, shield, and pyro application support. Yeah, I haven't write it down. Then here is the wishing list, and here is the resources I needed to grind for the compass, for other region compass. Then there's the beaters for Ryosley. For Ryo, then there's like the butterfly, frogs, and lizard locations. Yeah, and the Oculus tracker. Then this is like the team list combinations. Is inspired from Keqingmains lah. Some of them like I can just use alternative characters to just swap in here. So if I get new characters, I can just change it up. And here is the page that I make it more easier to track if I want to focus on one character. Like here is level 1 to 90, talents, so boss, normal boss, weekly boss, normal mobs, and talent books. Yeah, so weekly bosses I already mentioned the restriction. Then talent books, there's the restriction is like the date. the days. So you only can farm the order books here. Teachings of order, like Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday lah. So I just have to work it around my list to make sure that Monday and Thursday I'm farming books for some other characters. Tuesday, Friday also for some characters. And I've been stuck in the talent domains for months already. Then Sunday I can just like grind anything lah. So right now I already finished with Monday, Thursday for all the other books. So I can start with artifact grinding. Yeah, so the brown and blue and golden books I just is referring to this lah. The different stars for the books. Yeah, and so I think that's about it. If there's anything else, I can just like refer back to the website for the artifacts description, which I've all written down in like a what do I call on the flashcards, on a stack of flashcards. So it'll be useful lah. If you want to do artifact grind, you can just refer to flashcards to discard or accept artifacts. Like I can't memorize all the different main stats and substats or the artifact name. I have to focus for like more than 10 characters. Yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching guys, and goodbye.